Let's bring on the next entrepreneur, but before we do it, let's take a look at what's going on behind the scenes.
Hi, my name is Naresh.
Hey, I'm Yogi.
We run a company called
Fretch.
Fretch. When we moved to Manhattan in New York, we realized that getting our groceries was an absolute chore. Unlike regular mainstream groceries, ethnic grocery stores are few and far in between. It was a long trip back and forth, and it's harder to procure, and which is why it was something that kind of affected us, bothered us.
The passion that he had behind Fretch is what drew me closer and wanted me to go ahead and be part of Fretch and just grow and expand.
It's a common problem that we set out to solve, a problem that we've seen in many other families throughout in Manhattan, New York, and I'm sure many other places as well.
Fetch and Fresh. We fetch fresh groceries for you.
Welcome to Meet the Drapers. Give us your pitch.
Sure. My name is Naresh.
And I'm Yogi.
We run a company called Fretch out in New York. Fretch focuses on ethnic groceries. Depending on which ethnicity you look at, it's about 10 to 15% of the US population. So you could estimate the overall market size to be between $65 and $100 billion annually.
Grocery delivery is becoming such a hot market. So it's attracting a lot of new businesses and a lot of new ideas. But despite all this, we feel that ethnic communities are being overlooked and underserved. It's so hard to get ethnic groceries.
For example, when I moved to Manhattan, New York, my wife and I would have to take a 45-minute trip one way to get our groceries. It was an absolute chore, and there were no delivery options. So it basically started from a personal pain point that we started Fretch, and we knew at least 10 other South Asian families who had the same exact problem, and that's how Fretch started. It started from the back of my car to now where we are, which is at 20,000 orders delivered. We're at a $1 million revenue run rate annually. We've been incessant about our quality, about customer service, about the overall customer experience, that we feel that now our product is mature and that our customers absolutely love us for it.
So I don't quite get why this is going to be better than Uber Eats or DoorDash. Do we need another delivery service?
Are there any of them that focus on ethnic?
No, they don't focus, but you can certainly get it.
So the way they make money is by buying from retail at retail prices, and the way they make money is by adding a markup on top of the retail price. They're paying, a higher price on basic groceries. So we don't do that. We have a setup where we buy directly from distributors, we have savings, and we pass the savings on to the customer. You might have an aisle, in a big supermarket, but the basics and the staples, you still have to go to an ethnic store.
And what they mainly do is their whole job is just to pick up and deliver. They don't understand the backdrop and the importance of ethnic groceries. Now, Indian, there's like 20 different brands of rice. So to get that we offer all that. And that's something that Amazon Fresh doesn't offer, Walmart doesn't offer. We're not just a delivery company. We're a customer service company. That's our main focus.
What is special about your customer?
We're very responsive. We give a no questions asked refund policy. People love us for it, not just in terms of how we respond or how we deal with customers, but we treat them like family.
But a lot of these customers give us feedback that we actually use and use their input to grow. They're like, hey, we should try this, you should try this, hey, why not try this? And we take all that into account and to establish where we are now.
On the $1 million of revenue, are you profitable?
Yes, we are profitable. So when we started out, we had a very similar model where we were buying from retail stores and we were making money just by adding markup. And it wasn't really going anywhere. And so we decided we had to change something. So we modified the business model. We set up a warehouse. We have distributors that we work with. And we introduced profitability in the system because of that. And now we feel we're at a point where we've worked hard on the internal processes, on our supply chain, on our logistics.
Anusha spent 11 days on the space station, and I'm wondering if you have had any deliveries up there. Apparently, they're very short of fresh food.
And also, your taste bud changes, so you like spicy food. So some really spicy ethnic food.
There you go.
It's probably out of our delivery network right now, but we
Are you only delivering in New York?
only in New York right
For now, yeah, for now.
Who are your customers?
We started with only South Asian, but the plan is to include other ethnicities also on the platform. So we intend to use whatever we've learned in the experiences so far and basically leveraging existing infrastructure. We
It
have all of
seems
those
like
links.
in
Now,
New
but
York
this-
you'd have the easiest time procuring this stuff because there's so many ethnicities. We're all so close together. You get stuff from Chinatown or you go up. It's not as if it would be as hard in New York as it would be somewhere else.
It is,
absolutely.
absolutely. So, I mean,
Exactly.
even here, they understand the problem and the solution immediately. And no one's really doing it.
So I'm still concerned about competition. So there's Instacart or Good Eggs. I believe that they are buying wholesale and then bringing them in. I don't think they're going out to the big supermarkets. So the ethnic thing could just be a feature.
So they are trying to compete with, say Walmarts and Amazons of the world. But the ethnic population, as I mentioned, is about 10 to 15% of the US population.
What does this look like in 10 years?
So the dynamics going to be that we have set up in major metro areas, be it, the Bay Area, be it New York, be it Chicago. You have big chunks of ethnic populations in all of these. So right now we're in New York. There's a big Greek population out in Astoria and Long Island City. And so that's our next target that we're trying to go for.
And we perfected our infrastructure for South Asian groceries. Now the only thing that needs to be changed is to add other ethnicities and expand from there. So we're scalable within the next couple of years
Do you ship or do you deliver?
We locally deliver.
locally.
So you actually physically someone.
Right,
Right.
So
exactly.
you actually maintain a fleet for delivery, or you contract with like an Uber?
So we contract with a delivery company and they provide drivers as and when they need it, as many as we need.
So how long? Like if I ordered in the morning, you deliver in the afternoon?
Same day, yeah, we can deliver same day.
And what are your backgrounds?
So my background is more of corporate. I've worked for companies like Deloitte and McKinsey and Citigroup, and that really wasn't my calling. So, about 4 years ago is when Fretch started, and so I knew this is where I had to be, and this is where I end up.
Yeah, and I come from a hospitality background. I was managing a hotel, and from there, I moved on to a grocery locally that serves ethnic groceries. So I went on board. I realized, hey, the grocery space is huge, and that's where I met Naresh as well. So he had already started Fretch. He was still new. He was looking to see where to procure some of the distributing goods, and that's why I reached out to him. And then from there, we built, connection and a friendship, and then from there, that turned into a business partnership.
Terrific. Well, thank you for coming in to Meet the Drapers. Great.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Good job.
Pleasure to meet you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you so
Nice
much.
to meet you.
I believe everyone did understand the problem that we're trying to solve.
Anybody can go onto Amazon Fresh or any of these big companies and order a gallon of milk or apples and oranges, right? But not everybody can easily order special type of basmati rice, special type of produce that we have, and the spices and the lentils. All these things are not easily available. When you feel, hey, I want a chicken tikka masala, yeah, that's not one thing that's in there. There's 10 to 20 different masalas that go into one dish, and we have all those masalas available. So if you want to make chicken tikka masala at home, which reminds me, inside Tim was getting a little hungry.
Yeah, they were getting hungry.
Yeah, they were getting hungry.
Hindsight, I think we should have been more clear about the exact roadmap that we want to follow, about the next steps that we want to get to, maybe specify the exact cities that we want to get to or the ethnicities that we want to target.
We need to show everybody, not just the South Asian community, the Greek community, the Far East community, and everybody in between, to say, hey, ethnic groceries is something that we need, and we need it easily.